Hey guys, I'm back for day 9. So yeah, I've been here for 9 days now. Um, Today was a tourist day. Anne took us around Kowloon, not the station area Kowloon, the mainland of the part of Hong Kong that's on the mainland is called Kowloon. Um, so yeah, Anne took us around that part today. Um, we got to try a lot of local food as well as Japanese food. Um, so yeah, we started off. It was a later start today. We met up at a station at midday. Um, so yeah, it was a later start. Got to have a sleep in, but um, stomach's been playing up, so I didn't exactly get too much of a sleep in. Um, so yeah, we had a look around. I bought myself a watch. It's waterproof. It's just pretty much a standard watch. I got complimented as apparently this is more of a mature watch, but it's what I always lean towards in buying. So people, the woman who sold me it went, she was surprised that I would buy it over other ones, which um, Hong Kong men my age would buy. Um, so yeah, got that. Donna bought a few other things. Anne bought a few things. Um, so yeah, we went around. We had lunch at a sort of traditional Hong Kong cafe restaurant sort of thingy. Um, we had chicken, veggies, and sticky rice. Um, I hadn't had sticky rice beforehand, so that was different for me. Um, and if you see me rub my eyes or close my eyes for longer, it's because my lens has been in for what's the time now? It is 10 o'clock here, so it's been in for about 15, 16 hours, so of course my eyes are getting tired. Um, but yeah, we had some of that. I again have proven that I can easily use chopsticks. The only time I ever use fork is here, um, and that's when I'm eating just the noodles, and that's because I don't have any chopsticks here. Else I probably would be using chopsticks. Um, That's really the only time I use that. Of course, I use a spoon for breakfast, and with the school lunch, they give you a spoon and a fork instead of chopsticks. I don't know why. It's strange. Um, because the one of the other schools we went to, RTC Gaia, they gave us chopsticks and used that quite easy. Um, so yeah, we went had that. I tried what's known as milk tea. Oh, that is divine. I love it. Sort of the way to sort of picture it. Picture sort of a chocolate milk, but change out when you put the chocolate in. They put tea instead, like tea leaves and tea flavor, whatever they do. But it's a tea flavored milk. It is divine. I love it. Um, and I tried coffee tea, um, which is a coffee mixed with tea. That was nice as well. Like I'd have that instead of coffee for the morning because it tasted just like coffee with a hint of tea. It was really nice. Um, and they're really traditional Hong Kong. Um, that's very, very. You would find that all over the place in Hong Kong. That's a traditional drink in Hong Kong. Um, so yeah, we had the chicken, which it was a chicken. Like they didn't strip it. It was really weird. The skin was yellow. Just the way they cook it, it turns out yellow. Um, you could tell it was recently plucked. So yeah, it was a fresh chicken, which they probably killed about 5 minutes before they cooked it. um, but that was really nice. I had some of the choy, which is vegetables. I can't remember what it was properly called, the one we had, but that was really nice. I kept the only thing I kept eating out of it all was the veggies. Like, I ate that over the chicken. It tasted that nice. Like, I just kept eating it. It was really nice. Um, I had of course, breakfast, which is my Weetabix fruit and fiber. Um, it's standard. You got your cereal, and then you got dehydrated banana and sultanas. So it's really nice. If if I run out of cereal, I'll be buying that one again, because that'll be what I have for breakfast. Um, so yeah, we went from there, went shopping afterwards. That's when I bought the watch. We had a whole talk about how different religions are. That was interesting because she's got the same sort of opinion as we do, where if we're going to teach religion in school, you don't teach one, you teach them all, so everyone can understand what all religions are, and not be brought up to be prejudiced against religion or just mainly one. Um, so it's fair. Um, so yeah, I had a talk about that. She's Buddhist. Um, so yeah, saw inside of Buddhism, um, and just talked. We sat there talking about religion for a fair while. Um, so yeah, we moved on from there after a huge talk. Um, went down shopping. That's when I bought the watch and went out shopping. Then we went to an area that is one really big florist. Um, it's like a whole block of just where you sell flowers. People apparently come from all across Hong Kong. Like they drive ages just to go there to buy flowers. So it was more of a wow. They all went there for flowers, because they're cheap and they're fresh and good quality, like proper flowers picked, not store. Um, Went down a street that's known as Pet Street. um, Pardon me. Which they just sell heaps of different pets. Um, Instead of what we'd see with goldfish in tanks, they have them in plastic bags and they hang them. Like, they can drop. I saw one drop from where it's hanging and just bounce on the football. I was like, ooh, that's different. So instead of getting them out of the tank and into their little plastic bag sort of thing in Australia, they're already in that. um, Other than that, it's just a standard pet shop and just heaps of them. Busy. It's busy here. Of course, I've got 7 million people. So yeah, it's going to be busy. But I'm getting used to it. Yeah, we found out when I was asking, because I was debating about when Donna leaves, because I'm here for a couple of days after. Donna leaves on the Saturday, I leave on the Monday. I was debating about going to the mainland, because there's a city about an hour on the MTR, which is like our Metlink, but 100 times better. It's amazing. The public transport here is very, very good. That's why a lot of people don't drive, because the public transport is just that good and very, very cheap. So yeah, I was debating about going over to the mainland there, but then I was informed by Anne, no, don't. It's not safe. That city is sort of like, unless you're there with people that know the area and a few, you're going to get pickpocketed, you're going to probably get stabbed, and it's not a joke. That's what will happen. It's sort of happened to her as well, and they target. I would be a target because I'm a Caucasian male. I stand out. of course, because I'm not Asian. And they target, pickpocket, they come in groups, they'll circle, put a knife to your back, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to go. That's off the plan, so I got to find something for that Saturday. I'll probably end up back in Causeway Bay maybe, or back over to Stanley, because I liked it there. Just a touristy sort of area I'll probably end up at, or might even end up just staying here. So yeah, after that we went to the harbour area, took a few photos around there, walked through a few older buildings, real fancy buildings. Then we went down to the harbour. It was the harbour's been pretty much cut in half the last 10, 15, 20 years. What you see on postcards and whatnot, that's not the harbour. The harbour's probably, think of the Yarra River, but maybe double and a half the size of it. It's not big. It's just like a big river or a canal. Because of the huge developments that are going on, it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's really, you can't call it a harbour anymore. It's just a canal. So it's kind of disappointing for that. That was a bit disheartening because I wanted to see the harbour prior. Because of all the Hong Kong photos, you see photos of the harbour at night, you see all that, but it's not. Sorry if that disheartens other people, but the harbour that's being displayed isn't the harbour. I don't know where that is, what's being displayed, but that's definitely not it. But yeah, we took a heap of photos of that, so I'll put that up as proof, so it's not big. Yeah, went back to Anne's apartment, and that's where I got into a huge culture shock. The size of my lounge room, for people that know what size my lounge room is, that's the middle class, not high class, not low class, just average apartment. That's the size of it, and it holds 4 to 5 people. That's the size of my lounge room. I'm not kidding. For people that know the size of my lounge room, it's not that big. It's really not. And that holds kitchen, that holds a toilet, that holds bedroom, 3 bedrooms. It's a 3-room. It's hard to describe. It's really that small. And not that much bigger. Like maybe it'd be pushing the size of my dining room and kitchen, like that area in my house. That would be pushing, probably a bit too large for people that will live 8 to 10 people living in that area. And that's how, like, my apartment here where I'm staying, it's not that big, but this is a huge, this will probably be the size of an apartment that would fit 5 people to live as their home. It's that different. It's a real shock. It's just that small. Their living areas are just that small. I feel sorry for them because in Australia we have such big houses, and yet my house is considered a small house at Maui. Yeah. But yeah, off that, we had dinner at a Japanese restaurant. The food there, like, I was thinking, okay, if I don't like it, it's probably not going to be good for me over in Japan when I move, or when I go over there for the year, which I'm still planning on doing. I'm still planning once I graduate to go to Japan. So far, it's just been added. Yes, I want to go even more. Pardon me. Um, but yeah, uh, we went there and the food was divine. It was absolutely divine. Interesting fact here in Australia, as everyone knows, when you go out for, say, just to a restaurant for lunch, for dinner, or anything, you get the jug or a bottle of water for the table. In Hong Kong, you get tea. Um, just a constant, unlimited, really supply of Chinese tea instead of the water. That's something we would pay for. They get here for free, so that was a shock. I was like, oh, that's maybe a different thing for the restaurant for lunch, but no, we had tea and just kept refilling it um, at the Japanese restaurant. So, but yeah, the food there was absolutely divine. It really was really nice. Um, I definitely don't like soy sauce. I found that out when I eating a bit of sushi, actually. Um, I was dipping it in soy sauce and I was, nah, soy sauce isn't for me. Um, so I made sure it was not proper sushi, it was the prawn in the middle was cooked. Um, so yeah, it wasn't proper sushi, because as people know, I'm not that big of a fish eater. However, the fish that was brought out was a grilled Japanese sort of fish. I don't know the name and couldn't say it in English, and I can't remember the Cantonese version. But it's only in northern parts of China and Japan, um, and it was really nice. To me, it tasted sort of like a bacon crossed with chicken, so it was really nice. I quite liked it. We had egg and bacon pizza as well, cooked the Hong Kong style. That was really nice and really thin, like it's really small. Um, but all the food there was just amazing. It's like, yep, I can safely say when I'm over in Japan, I won't have an issue with food. um, so yeah, that was really good. The dessert we had, it was a green tea ice cream. It's apparently a iconic dessert in Japan. It's like a big thing in Japan. It's purely Japanese. It is absolutely divine. I love it. It tastes amazing. If you like green tea, as people know I do, you will love it. Absolutely love it. Um, and it doesn't leave a bad aftertaste. The aftertaste was really nice as well. Um, so yeah, the meal was really light. Like, there's not much oil, not much fat. It's really a light meal, but it's really filling as well. Um, and all we talked about there was really pretty much just cultural. Like, well, actually, I talked a lot about my personal past, as people know the reasons for this tattoo. I'm not going to explain it here. People know those reasons, and people know the reasons for this tattoo. Um, I talked about those with Anne. She asked, so as everyone knows, you can ask me anything. I'll answer truthfully, and I have no problem saying anything. Unless people, like family or other people, said, "Oh, I want you to keep this a secret." I don't tell other people secrets, as everyone knows. So yeah, there are some limits. But yeah, when we were at her apartment, we talked a lot about um, the culture, how it's very male worker. Um, Males are the worker, females are the housekeeper, sort of like that. Very traditional here and in Japan. Which is really good, she keeps relating it all back to Japan for me because she knows I want to go over to Japan to teach English. So she keeps comparing Hong Kong to Japan, which is really good. It's helping me a lot. I don't know how Donna's thinking about it, but I know I'm taking a lot out of it. Um, it's the way she's been saying, it's like some people get really disheartened, but I'm not. It's just, yeah, that's what's going to happen there, and I still really want to go. Um, so yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty much it for today. We got back at about 9:30. Yeah, about 9:30 ish. So yeah, that's why this will be a bit later uploaded. Because I just took a bit longer to do it. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be a real stacked day, so I doubt my vlog will be that big. I will be uploading photos, probably tomorrow. I won't do it tonight. I'll do it when it's daytime over there in Australia, so people can see. That'll be for the last couple of days. But yeah, that was pretty much today. A lot of food, a lot of tea. Oh, I missed something. We went to a temple. It's a part of a Buddhism sort of temple, but they've got like 4, I think, different gods, all in one venue. So yeah, it was really weird. They've got a temple, but it's 4 different temples as well. So I took two or three photos of that. I didn't want to take too many because it would be a bit disrespectful. I find it to be a bit disrespectful. Sorry. To be taking photos inside, even though I am a tourist. I just find that to be a bit disrespectful. What did I miss? Everything in high-rise buildings, like apartments and whatnot, all the common ones, they're designed now that people don't leave them. They don't leave they're designed so people don't have to leave the building. Down on the sort of the bottom levels, they've all got shopping centers, like with everything in them, including like travel agents. So you don't really need to go out onto the streets. It's really weird and encouraging people to stay at home. So yeah, but that's a little bit into the Hong Kong culture. Got to be a little bit of a tourist. Tomorrow will be a bit more slacker day because I don't have anything planned. I know I'm going to do washing. I'm going to wash all this. Going to wash some of my formal stuff for school. And I might end up over at Causeway Bay. Because I found that at night I'm getting bored. Of course, I've been going over stuff for school and whatnot, but I'm not going to information overload myself, because the days are giving me a lot of information that I have to process. So I won't be doing too much. So I've been thinking of getting probably a Nintendo 3DS and getting the new Pokemon game. That'll give me time to do something. Like just a little bit for me to do at night. Because otherwise I'll be going to bed at like 8:30. Yeah, I'm not kidding. People know how late I'm usually staying up, but tonight's been the latest since I've got here. So yeah, that's day 9. Shit, we've been here for 9 days already. Just, 21 or so to go? Not much to go. So yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.